You should be watching.
What's good, people? Late for the show, but ready to go. Sorry for the delay, guys. Sorry for the lack of videos, I don't even really got no excuse, but let's just hop straight into this. I was going to say it's the talk of the town, but this is kind of late news. I'm just going to give y'all my perspective and everything on it, because, some of y'all appreciate my perspective. But, Gohan Beast, Great Ape Vegeta, Demon King Piccolo. And the response to these event exclusives, based off of some of the DMs that I got, it's kind of like, we could pass on this. And some people is just straight up like, yo, you just, like, to quote a Facebook status I saw once, you just pissed me off twice. How you DM me and you ugly. One for DMing me in the first place and one for being ugly. And in this case, how you give a bunch of event exclusives that I don't want? Not saying me or most of the people, but some people have this disposition. But how you give us event exclusives that I don't want and have them be the price that they are? So, we're gonna kick it off with Gohan Beast. Let's talk about Gohan Beast first. So, kicking this thing off with Gohan Beast, the main difference between the two in terms of aesthetic is that one is a pearlescent finish, one is not. The original has that matte finish. If you like the more matte finish, then of course you would go with that. But at the same time, the more matte finish for Gohan Beast in the secondary market at this point in time, the original premium Bandai release is probably what? I haven't checked the prices, so I'll have some type of screen recording pop up on a screen, as redundant as that sounded. But I'm assuming it's probably like 140 at this point in time. 140, 150. Probably the lower end is probably like 130. The original price for the original release was $65, before tax, shipping, and handling. Sorry if you heard my stomach just now. But yeah, that's very important. Now, in terms of the difference in accessories, right? Just to, cut to the chase. The main difference is in accessories. The original release comes with that Ultimate Gohan faceplate, where he's just about to turn Gohan Beast, his eyes is red and whatnot, and got the angry face. It comes with the special beam cannon. That's what you would get with the original release. Now, the Ultimate Gohan about to transform face and the special beam cannon accessory is not included with the SDCC exclusive. Instead, you get that cool aura effect. Now, as cool as that aura effect is, $90 cool? I don't know. That's up to y'all to decide. I don't think it's worth it personally, but I would review it. Why would I review it? Because I can make some money back, if not all my money back, via the review and comparing and contrasting the figures, right? But that's not the case for most people, but also, if you missed out on it and you don't care about the special beam cannon effect, then I think you're good money. I still think it's overpriced at $90. I know, the event exclusives tend to be more expensive, but $90? Come on now. But as we've seen in the past, let's say 2 years, 3 years, S.H.Figuarts in general have just been, creeping up in price. And some people have just straight up said, I'm going to just either be more picky about what I collect, or I'm just, I'm just going to stop collecting because I don't need these things. At the end of the day, these are luxury items, we don't need them, but we want them. And, most of us is not disciplined enough to vote with our dollars and be like, hey, I need to lower these damn prices, But yeah, that's the main difference, is the pearlescent finish and the aura effect. $90 worth. I guess some people, like I said, they don't want to pay secondary market prices for the original release, so they'll pay for this. But at the same time, you got a third-party studio like LS Studio that's releasing a Gohan Beast with so many accessories. It's not even funny. It's almost kind of unfair, but at the same time, we don't got a price point for that at this point in time. I'll have it pop up on the screen to see what you get with this third-party company that's plans to release Gohan Beast. But either way, I don't want to deviate too much. I want to just get through this, especially since I'm late with this. Let's move on to the next thing. So now we on to Demon King Piccolo, the OG Big Green. the main difference between these two, and this is an interesting SDCC exclusive choice. Definitely wasn't on my bingo book. If this was on your big bingo book, then you were a hell of a predictor, you know? But let's get to the point, right? Of course, you get the main figure as per usual. Three interchangeable hands. Oh, heads. I'm stupid. But that's okay. Only for that moment. 3 interchangeable heads for both. Same amount of hands for both. And of course, the main difference is with this particular release, you're getting that chair. Demon King Piccolo's chair. And the original release, you got the egg, you got the rice cooker, which is, you know, the pot used to seal him via the Mafuba. And of course, you get the 1-star Dragon Ball. I think this is probably the most fair pricing out of all of them, because of all of that huge hunk of plastic via the chair. Ultimately, I don't know. Because this one is not a pearlescent finish, it's just the manga colors. Not just the manga colors, but, you know, it's the manga colors, or what have you. This is $100. The original release was, and I couldn't find, like, an official pricing, so I went with the big bad pricing, especially since I think it was a general release anyways. And the general release seems to be fairly consistent across the board in terms of pricing. And it was like 67 and some cents. USD, of course, right? But the thing is about this that makes this kind of a funny SDCC exclusive is that Demon King Piccolo on Big Bad Toy Store, I swear, like a month ago, I swear to God, I put the word to everything I love. That thing was in stock up until at least a month ago, 2 months ago max. Like that from when it was first ever released. This thing was in stock forever. It's like it never went out of stock on Big Bad. So it's funny to me that one, it kind of went out of stock just before this drops. I find that kind of funny. And two, this is $100. I don't know. This is one of those things that, like, would you rather the chair basically, or the Mafuba pot? And what do you get in the original release? You get the Mafuba pot, you get the 1-star Dragon Ball, and of course you get the egg where he's spitting out the Piccolo that we know now. I want to say, I don't know. It's up to y'all. Yeah, I'm conflicted on this one. It's up to y'all. Like I said, it's probably arguably the most fair out of all of them. But it's also King Piccolo. How many people? I can't say how many people are looking for King Piccolo as a release, you know? There's some people out there that's like, yo, what you talking about? But like I said, it was in stock for so long that I can't see this being a hot commodity unless you was really fiending for the manga colors and his chair, you know? But either way, let's move forward. So last but certainly not least, we have the Great Ape Vegeta as a SDCC exclusive. Now, by the way, in the beginning of the video, I mentioned that 2 of these are good re-releases. That would be, of course, the Gohan Beast, just because, you know, amount of people that probably missed out on that and they don't collect third party or anything like that. And then Great Ape Vegeta for sure. I'm not even sure. That never got a re-release that never got a re-release. So these are good re-releases. Now, this is probably the funniest exclusive of them all, because, you know, at least in the other releases, you know, it's like, instead of getting this, we got this. With the Gohan one, it was like, instead of getting this, we now have the aura effect. Instead of getting this, with the Piccolo, we have the chair, which is, you know, a chunk of plastic that I'm sure they using to justify hiking the price up or what have you. That plus it's an exclusive. But with this, for the most part, as I understand it, you're just straight up just getting less for this figure. Now, the main difference aesthetically is that, you know, one is a more vibrant blue, which is the SDCC exclusive. The original release has closer to like a navy blue aesthetic to the spandex, but in terms of the accessories, it's all the same accessories except for the original one. You get the replacement Son Goku gripping hand, so it's like a little mini, like that, to replicate that scene where he's holding Goku and squeezing him. You get that hand with Goku in the hands. You get, of course, a Yajirobe to display his tail getting chopped up. Speaking of, how would y'all feel about S.H.Figuarts Yajirobe, like a full figure on its own? But either way, you get the Yajirobe non-movable, as they say in as you can see on the screen. But you just straight up getting less with this release, and it's more expensive than the original. Now, the tricky thing about that is I kind of just went off of Big Bad. Like, I translated I went to the original, post or site where they talk about, hey, here's the price in yen, and I did the conversion. It was like 125 yen, or it translates to $125, something like that. I think, was that before or after tax? I'll have it all sorted out on the screen when the time comes, once it's all fully edited. But this, as we saw, the SDCC is $220, and now that's not too surprising given the price increase. But you just, like I said, you just straight up getting less for your money. Straight up, a price increase, and you're 1000% getting less. At least the other ones you're getting less too. Technically, not even technically speaking, you are just straight up getting less. But like, it's not even anything added on. It's not like, hey, we exchanged the rice cooker, the Dragon Ball, and him spitting out the egg for the throne or the chair. Hey, we exchanged the Special Beam Cannon and the Gohan Beast face for the aura effect. There's literally nothing that was exchanged here or swapped out here in terms of effect. They've said it says dedicated stand. The other one says dedicated pedestal set. So it's, like I said, literally just less, but it's a cool re-release, so it's really bittersweet. But at the same time, once again, people will say, well, it's better than paying the aftermarket price for the original release. And to that I say, I guess I want to say fair enough, but something about it seems a little unfair. But at the end of the day, we don't need these things. You use your discretion, however your pockets look, I guess get it. Because I know at the end of the day, collecting, as my good man Cyrus would say, is a selfish hobby. People gonna get what they want to get, no matter, regardless of what I say. I'm just giving my take on things, definitely more on the overpriced side of the game, but well, at least overpriced in comparison to the original pricing for the original release. Even when I looked on Big Bad Toy Store for however much they were selling it at the time, I think it's at $174.99. That's still less than what it's going for now at SDCC. So even with somebody like Big Bad Toy Store, who tends to, the prices get hiked up, even the hiked up is less than what it is now. So make of that what you will. There's one bonus thing we're gonna cover real quick, and then we're gonna close it out. Now, last but certainly not least, we have my good man Glorio from Dragon Ball Daima Wonderland. I'm just gonna give y'all a rundown on it. Glorio, the scheduled release is March 2026. Pre-orders open July 18th. So that's tomorrow, but July 18th, it could be Japan time, so you might have to wake up like 3 in the morning if you really want to just get the jump on pre-ordering it. I don't see this really selling out. Let's go through the pictures real quick. Now, he's posed up right here like he about to shoot a key blast, but as you'll see, and especially with this pose right here where he does his electric lightning attack, he doesn't come with the lightning effect piece. Come on, son. That was one of the coolest things he did in the show, the lightning. He come with his gun, cool or whatever, but where's the lightning? Of course, he comes with an accessory piece for Goku, so I'm sure he'll be like a premium Bandai exclusive. That's not confirmed at this point in time, but I'm not surprised if it does end up being that way. We don't have any confirmed price, at least according to this Tamashii Nation's, the caption to the post. But, and here we go. This seems to be a hint at when they were looking up at Vegeta and Super Saiyan 3, so hopefully that's not too far away, as well as adult Super Saiyan 4 Goku from Daima. Hopefully those aren't too far behind, but we know that those are as my good man Sayura says, those will be the Alright, Future Bombastic here. I went on the Tamashii Nation's website and I saw that there were some prices released for Glorio, and that yen converts to about, what, $65 and some change? But something that should be noted and can't be understated is that it doesn't always, just because they have it for that price over there, doesn't mean we'll get it for that price over here. So for example, right, that new Krillin figure that got announced, that new Krillin figure, when you do the conversion, says $55, but we know for the US, it says $80 on Premium Bandai website. So keep that in mind. Glorio could end up being like $90 for all we know. Chase figures for Diamond. That and Arinsu, I can, all those three, those are going to probably be the chase figures. Maybe Tamagami one. I'm more partial to Tamagami 2, low key. But either way, no lightning effect. That's kind of a bummer. I'm gonna just give like a quick just prediction on the price point. Maybe it'll be like just the fact that King Goma, the rich King Goma before he had the third eye put in him, he was what, $70? So what is this gonna be? Krillin was $80. That new Krillin from Namek, or Saiyan Saga / Namek era Krillin with the Chinese slippers, he's $80. So this could easily be $80, $85, you know? So, and you know, that's definitely overpriced, but what are you gonna do? And that no lightning effect is really bugging me. They really couldn't include the lightning effect? Come on, son. Either way, I'm getting off my soapbox. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Thank you for the support as always. Sorry I haven't been responding to the comments. Like, I let the comments get out of hand. Now I'm getting anxiety about checking them. Like, ah, shit, I gotta respond to all this shit. I don't have to, but I like to interact with the people in the community, you know. With that being said, this has been BombasticPlastic. Stay fantastic. Have a blessed and prosperous day. Peace.